Hello, hello. I am glad to be back on YouTube. I haven't been on social media for quite a while now. But yeah, this is the Binaural Tracks site, the YouTube channel. Um, just the basics, like the main purpose is to learn about different types of relaxation, mainly for people who are kind of interested in things like binaural tracks, binaural beats, things like that, the MP3s or different types of audio type files. Um, this is for people who are into that, but kind of like something maybe to supplement that. So just a little bit of background about this site and kind of what I'm expecting to do. Just mainly, I'm gonna incorporate a lot of info about different types of things. Health benefits, different types of physical health, mental health, emotional health, all sorts of health benefits through things that I've learned or things that I've been studying or things that I do based on work and things like that. So yeah, just I guess I should put a disclaimer with all of this. I am not a licensed psychiatrist or psychologist. I'm not a medical doctor. Um, I do work in the field of psychology. I do work in a mental health clinic. I do actually do counseling, but under the supervision of my clinical supervisor. I do consult with a treatment team of psychiatrists, other clinicians, social workers, case managers. Um, but yeah, this information is it's pretty much all based on my own opinions. Um, so don't take it as like a medical type of advice or any type of treatment or anything like that. A lot of it's based on resources that I know about and things like that people I know have told me that they find are beneficial or that they like or that they enjoy. So basically, that's the purpose of this site for me. Um, I have a blog that's going to be attached to this YouTube channel, as well as a website and podcasts that kind of go between the two, the website and the blog. So yeah, that's basically my intention with setting this up. If anyone's interested in any background about myself, basically, let's see, it's Mother's Day weekend. I drove a little less than 150 miles to come out to my family's place this evening, and I'm tired but also a little bit hyper because I drank some caffeine on the way up. So basically, I'm kind of awake and motivated to make videos and to just get some content rolling. So I decided to just, you know, fire up the camera and just get chatting on here. Um, so yeah, basically I noticed my next couple weeks are gonna be pretty slammed, pretty busy. I've got a lot of stuff coming up, and this was kind of the only time I could think of that I'm not gonna be interrupted. Here at my family's house, we have pretty decent Wi-Fi, at least at the moment we do. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna come up and maybe put out a video or two. I'll see how many I can put out or how much I can do. Um, so I'm gonna put some information in the description as far as like some SoundCloud clips I have about a podcast, and this just like initial video. This is the initial video, but a lot of the stuff I'm gonna be putting up initially is really just gonna be just like the basic foundation background about different topics I'm probably gonna go more in depth about. But um I've only been working on the content for this specifically probably off and on for like 5 or 6 weeks now. And it hasn't been every day. A lot of it's been in the thought process, and I don't have a very good setup as far as like Wi-Fi and electronics and everything. I've downgraded a lot of my electronics. Um, if anyone ever followed my previous channel before, um, if you look up Beefily, Beefalie, that's a site where I was, you know, putting out a lot of like techie content, techie related kind of information, uh, stuff about like laptop hardware repairs and some little like software type things that I was doing before. It's kind of like in between. So like I graduated from a program, and then in between looking for full time work and applying for more higher education programs, I basically ended up, having more free time. So I put out a lot of content and learned a lot of techie stuff, a lot of Raspberry Pi, Python, Ubuntu, kind of like all sorts of stuff that I'd never really been involved with before. So I was just putting out a bunch of YouTube videos about that. And then I just kind of went blank offline. I just kind of like got away from it all when I was in the other grad program, the next step in my academic and professional career. So I kind of kept studying in the field of psychology, and I kind of went off of the techie kind of hobbies and stuff. So I've really been kind of not connected to all of that for quite some time now. So I'm getting back into it in the recent couple months. But just, I used to have a gaming laptop. It was great. Um, I used to have pretty quick, fast Wi-Fi. I used to have, access to a lot of components for like electronics, and I used to kind of like salvage things off of like old like motherboards and whatever, and just kind of like build little thingies here and there. Nothing major, but just little projects I'd make for myself. So I haven't really been doing that in quite some years now, but it's all out there. It's still on YouTube. I kept it up. I kept it online, but I stopped actually doing it actively. But now that I've kind of gotten a few years under my belt, like working and doing the schooling part of nothing that has to do with the techie stuff. But that's basically what I've been doing the past few years. I decided, hey, I've been wanting to get back online. I've been wanting to kind of like create more content and, get more into my writing that's not professional writing that I do for documentation at work and things like that. I wanted to just get back into just straight up just thinking out loud basically. So I really have missed doing that, and the difficulty is that I really like the field I work in. It's just pretty demanding, pretty high demands. Leaves me with pretty little energy or little time to do much else outside of work. I feel like I'm able to balance things relatively well. Sometimes on weekends I do things like this, like stay up till like 2:30 in the morning, or not often, but it's kind of nice because I'm not like out right now. I'm kind of just sitting around the house, and it's so early in the morning and nobody's awake, so it's kind of a nice time to just kind of sit and do this. um but yeah, that's kind of my intro, my longer than needed intro to this channel. I'll be posting more information about the content that's already up. If anyone's actually going to be following this or subscribing, please be patient with me. I work full time plus plus, so this is just something I do secondary as a hobby. So I want to really get back into it because it's something I have missed for a while. But I was thinking like I don't really know what I'm gonna create content about, because basically I was doing techie stuff, and once I downgraded all my techie stuff, I was like, well, I can't really do the same thing with the stuff I have because it's just basic like word processing, a little laptop, like it's kind of like a netbook style laptop, like no optical drive. Like it's got like a 30 gig hard drive or something. Like I don't even have like actual Wi-Fi where I'm living. I use my personal hotspot on my cell phone from time to time. I have to go to Starbucks if I'm gonna use the Wi-Fi, and it's just all this kind of stuff. So I kind of just, sorry, I'm dripping. just took a shower. But yeah, I'm kind of dripping water a little bit here. But yeah, um, this site, I hope that people can get a lot out of it and just kind of use it as something that's thought provoking. You don't have to do any of it or believe in any of it. I don't even know if I believe in a lot of stuff I read and write about. I just like it because it's thought provoking and it's something nice to think about. And I like to keep an open mind about a lot of things. So it's kind of a good way to kind of challenge my own thinking with like verbalizing things and writing about it or reading about it or just like making content about it. And then sometimes I'll go back and watch or read certain things and just be like, like that was interesting for that period of time. But yeah, I like to just regularly challenge myself. So for people who also like to do that kind of thing, you might like this kind of content. I'm not sure how interesting it's gonna be. I'm recording this on my iPhone, so I didn't even remember my tripod, so I'm kind of just holding this with my hand. So I hope it's steady enough that people aren't gonna get motion sickness. Um, but yeah, just some basic things that I've recently talked about. Anxiety, depression, different types of relaxation techniques that people like to use. A little bit about a couple types of therapy that people like to kind of learn about, or topics related to those types of therapy that people tend to be a little bit interested in. Um, just kind of those kind of things. So that's all that I've really put out so far. And I'll probably make some kind of supplemental videos. I don't want to just keep doing the same content, like blog about it and then make a YouTube video about it, then put out a podcast clip about the same thing over and over again. So sometimes I like to expand on things in different areas. I know not a lot of people like to read a whole lot all the time. So sometimes when I write something on a blog, I like to either make a video or a podcast clip about it, just to make it so there's more information without people having to read it all. Um, so yeah, but yeah, let's just see how this goes. It's supposed to be a smooth ride. I'm not really trying to make money off of this or anything at this time. I'm just talking to talk when I have free time, thinking out loud. But comments are appreciated if you feel like you need to put them out there. If you feel like liking things and subscribing to them, if you wanna, get notifications if I put out something new. I'm not honestly too sure how often I'm gonna put out content, but I wanted to wait to put out the first video clip until I had some other stuff. So I'll put the SoundCloud link down below to some of the stuff that I've talked about, and I'll probably talk about a little bit of it in the next video. But yeah, I hope that this helps some people if it's something that you're interested in. It's something that interests me. A lot of it I'm still learning about, and some of it I know quite well. And some of it I have developed new points of view about, and some things I've kind of started practicing, and other things I kind of just don't do. But other people I know may do them, and they really like them a lot. So yeah, it's just anyone who's interested in things that are related to relaxation and just kind of like a chill environment, chill atmosphere, how you can kind of like recoup after your days, how you can regularly feel kind of more in control of yourself, of things that you think, of things that you do. Um, that's kind of like where I'm trying to go with all of this. And just hopefully there can be a community that develops, even if it's a very small one, that's kind of on the same page with people kind of interested in very similar types of information and thought processes, and you know uh, just hoping for the best, keeping the positive energy up, And if anyone's watching this before Mother's Day, I hope people have a good Mother's Day weekend. Thursday was Mexican Mother's Day on the 10th. And yeah, it's going to be Mother's Day on Sunday. So for everyone who has a nice, loving, wonderful mother, hopefully they have a good time with you, and hopefully you get to see them or at least talk to them a little bit and do whatever it is that you guys want to do together just to show your gratitude, appreciation for each other, and for just, you know, life in general. So, all right. Well, this was fun as it is.